Thanks, Albert, for that insight on all the trends in social media and mobile. I think it's always interesting to hear about what the trends are and what's happening in the marketplace with emerging technology. But clients are often asking us, it's great to hear about the trends, but what's actually happening? How are enterprises and how are corporations actually using some of this new emerging technology, like social media, like mobile? So what I'm going to review with you, at the end of our presentation is a demo of what PwC is doing with mobile technology. And I have a couple of examples of what we're doing in social media as well. From a social media perspective, a lot of organizations are looking to get on the bandwagon of social media and are getting the Twitter sites, the Facebook pages, they're getting on LinkedIn, but that's not really social media. How do you drive the real value of bringing people together in an online and open source community? One example that PwC has is our social platform called PwC Connect. And what it is a social platform that allows PwC employees and PwC alumni to come together and network online. It allows the alumni to come to the site and network with people that they may have worked with at PwC that are still currently working at PwC, or they may want to follow and interact with individuals that they used to work with that have also moved on to other career paths. Through this system, they can sign up for events, they can download current thought leadership, they can get information on what PwC is currently doing, both from a service perspective as well as in the community perspective. And it also makes it much easier for PwC to communicate with our alumni and our staff, rather than sending emails and sending out campaigns on events or certain things we want to publish. It's a one-stop spot where we can just push information out to both our alumni and our staff. From a mobile perspective, there's three examples I'm going to share with you. The first is something called our internal app. It's called Today's Opportunity. And what PwC has really tried to do here is bring together the strength of mobile and social media. And Today's Opportunity is really our microblog or Twitter application internally, bringing together the tacit knowledge and the experience of individuals on various clients, and their relationships is very difficult, but it is sort of the holy grail in the type of business we are in. And what Today's Opportunity allows us to do is really broadcast client opportunities across our consulting team. So for example, if Albert had a client opportunity to speak about emerging technologies, Albert, in 150 characters or less, would go to the application on his BlackBerry and send out a broadcast message saying, at client XYZ, looking for someone who has experience with mobile technology. That message would then get broadcasted to all of us in the consulting practice onto our BlackBerries, and we have the choice to either follow that opportunity if it interests us, or ping Albert back and say, hey Albert, you know what? I have experience at a similar client, or I've done similar work, or I have a relationship with that client, and so let's work together to solve that client problem. It's something that we've recently launched, but it has gotten a lot of mileage and it's working very well. The next couple of examples, something a little bit more mainstream. PwC recently launched our tax application in the BlackBerry app world. It's an application that provides you up-to-date personal and corporate tax rates, as well as PwC's OnPoint application, which is available in the App Store as well as the App World, and that pushes out information on PwC's thought leadership. What I'm going to spend the remainder of the time on is talking to you about what PwC is currently doing with mobile tablets, and more specifically, RIM's Playbook. So I'm going to give you a little demo of what we're prototyping and where we see our corporate productivity and how we see ourselves enabling and leveraging mobile technology in our enterprise or in our firm. So what you see in front of you is a prototype of a playbook. And really the strength that PwC sees with mobile is a few things: personalization, localization, speed, and accessibility. We really believe that pulling all those four things together can really help our practitioners increase their productivity, connect better with our clients and our people, and really deliver a strong, valuable, and distinctive experience for our clients. At the home screen, what you'll see is a very personalized screen. If I'm in the tax practice, I would see tax-related information or news that's pertinent to my line of service. If I was in consulting, I'd see consulting-related information. But really, productivity at the start of my day really begins in my calendar. So an example would be today, at 4 o'clock, we had the Backbone Magazine event. And I knew that coming to this event, there's a few things I had to do. I had to figure out how I was going to get there. I wanted to know what the event was about. which other PwC people would be there, what's Backbone about, and I also have some client presentations that I want to look at. Well, typically in my regular day, the way I do this is I'd go to CRM, I'd check which relationships we've had. When I'm driving in the car, I'd plug in the coordinates into my GPS. I'd turn on my computer, I'd go into my email to see who else is invited. I might go on to open up a file or email somebody to ask for the presentation, and all those various activities take time, and they're accessed through multiple systems. As you saw through Albert's presentation, something that's coming to life is something called super apps that's really pulling together all the benefits and features of mobile technology into one platform. So typically what we're looking to do at PwC is through the calendar, have a PwC One Spot, which you could then click on. The One Spot would then provide you and show you a plethora of options that you could choose from that would help you plan your day and get your client work done. So the first being, how am I going to get there? Using location-based technology with the GPS receivers built into some of these mobile devices, location-based technology would determine where you are, pick up coordinates from your calendar invite, and then provide you with a route that you could use instead of getting into your car and then having the GPS route you. Another example, similar to some of the features in Foursquare and Facebook, checking into your location either to let others know you're there, or in this case, when I check into the location, I've also seen that a few of my other colleagues at PwC are also at the Backbone event. Albert came to the event and checked in on his playbook, and Dr. David Jacobson, who's also here, came with his playbook and checked into the event. What does this mean? It allows me to connect very easily with my colleagues because they may be working on the same client, they may have some relationships, or I may want to understand what they're currently doing at the same client. Also through the playbook and mobile applications, typically you don't have one person who's well-versed in all content there with you at all clients. So it's sometimes very difficult to understand what's going on and try to reach the right person. And typically the only way we currently reach people are either if you've set up a video conference facility or you bring them in through a teleconference. Well, we're hoping that through some sort of IP technology and the two-way cameras with a lot of the mobile devices, we can then bring people from across the world into our conversations with our clients, which will make it a very rich and rewarding experience for our clients, and also providing them with the in-depth insight that some of those experts have about a certain topic or client issue. The last example I have that I'll go through is, I mentioned that when you're going to a client or if you're going to an event, there's a whole bunch of information you need. You need the client presentation, you want to know about the organization, you may want to get some details about the event. All that information can be served up to you through a super app, and we believe at PwC that we'll be able to do that, and it'll provide our practitioners with a lot more information and have them more readily up to speed about what the client's looking for to help them solve their problems. In addition to these productivity measures, we spoke about some of the more personal things that you sometimes have on your tablet. So maybe it's your LinkedIn profile. PwC also has some internal productivity applications that would be linked into the playbook. And once again, to finish it off, client presentations. So that's how PwC is looking to leverage mobile technology within our enterprise in our firm. And it's really interesting to see how some of these trends are coming to life inside organizations. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for your time this afternoon. Both Albert, myself, and Dr. David Jacobson, who is a director in the emerging technology space at PwC, will be available for questions during the cocktail reception. Thank you.